Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Global digital
Digital
Double
success
Success
talks.
Talks. Thank you, everyone.
success talks.
Happy and blessed Monday to everyone. So happy Easter Monday too, and happy Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday. And today we're bringing you the following topic.
Welcome to our Global Digital Success Talks. Topic today is reclaiming your time, how digital tools help you work smarter, not harder.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So, but before we start, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, my
Fatima?
name is Patsy. I am a mother of four and grandmother to nine. And I came from Brunei with my husband, Joseph. And now we are residing in Edmonton, Alberta. And we are proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hi, my name is Fatima Diallo, and I live in New York. And I have four girls and a mom, and I am a great digital business owner.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, residing in North Carolina, USA. I am a mom, a wife, and a grandmother. And well, now a proud digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes, thank you, everyone. So we also want to remind everyone that we do have a free live webinar twice a week. So it's every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time. So 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to learn how to start your online business, here are three ways that you can get in touch with us to learn more about this. You can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. So when you register directly into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. So there you can pick either day or both. Second link is a link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch the replay from last Thursday's before tomorrow's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, so last Thursday we had Shirley as our host. She is a healthcare worker. On the panel, we had Mary, who is a nurse practitioner. We also had Sylvia, who is a nurse. And we had Grace, who is a teacher.
And we have just Tarifsi, she's a teacher, and Shayla, an accountant, corporate, and a Patricia, business entrepreneur. Then Shaita, then the business entrepreneur.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Fatima. So if you're catching the replay from last week, our replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. That's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is just put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. All right, so let's find out what is our topic for today.
The topic for today is the power of why, the fuel that keeps you moving.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. And happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday. So, let's start with this question.
So, what if you could get more done in less time? Today, we're talking about how digital tools are helping people reclaim their time and create more freedom in their day.
Yes. So, time is one of our most valuable resources, and once it's gone, we don't get it back. Yet, so many people feel overwhelmed, busy, and stretched thin, trying to keep up with everything. According to some studies, shows that the average person spends hours each week on repetitive tasks that could be simplified or automated. So today we are exploring how digital tools can help us work smarter, not harder, and create more space for what truly matters. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
So, the first point is organization tools create clarity, working from anywhere increases efficiency, and systems help you scale without burnout. And number four, time freedom leads to life freedom.
Yes, so those are the points we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into our first point.
Okay, so organization tools create clarity. That's our first point for today. And let me start with this. For a long time, after working 20 years in corporate, I thought feeling overwhelmed was just part of being busy. So many responsibilities, so many things to remember, so many deadlines, and so many ideas in my head at once. And even though I was doing a lot, it often felt like I wasn't moving forward because everything was everywhere, in my mind, on random notes, in messages I told myself I do come back to. And that creates noise, not just around you, but inside you as well. That's why your head always feels so overwhelmed because you have so many things in your head. And a lot of times, you try to tackle one thing and you work on it, and then you remember that there is something more important, and then you go to that one. And so that's why, you always feel so much noise inside your head. The shift for me didn't come from doing more, it came from getting organized, from taking everything that was in my head and giving it a place, writing things down, planning things out, and seeing it with clarity. Because, when everything is in one place, your mind doesn't have to carry it all. You don't have to feel that clutter and all these things that you normally do when you don't have things organized. And that's when clarity begins. Suddenly I knew that act actuality I knew what actually mattered now, because I had my priorities, I had my non-negotiables, I had the things that really really matter, what needed my attention and what didn't. Instead of reacting to everything, I started moving with intention. Simple tools made a big difference. A task manager to track what needed to get done, a digital calendar to print my time. I actually keep an actual calendar as well because I have so many things. So, if I have it right in front of me, I can write things down because yes, I like technology, but I'm also, old fashioned. I like to write things down and planning a system to stay focused on priorities. So, nothing complicated, just consistent. And that result, what I got out of doing these things, less overwhelm, more clarity, and better decisions. Because organization isn't about being perfect, it's about creating space mentally and emotionally so you can focus on what truly moves your life forward. So, if you've been feeling scattered or stuck, maybe it's not that you're not doing, that you're doing, too little. Maybe it's your mind is just carrying too much. Like I remember those days when I felt so overwhelmed. And clarity starts the moment you decide to get it out of your head and into a system. So that's what I had for you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just talk about organization tools create clarity. So it helps you, to reduce that overwhelm that, when you have too many things and you're not like, oh, I don't know where to start, for example. And also it helps you to stay focused, to have a better balanced life. So it helps you mentally to, to be more healthy on the mental side and not overwhelm or stress. So you can use digital tools as well as the old-fashioned way or old school, like with notebooks or calendars, like in books. Um, so yeah, so I'm also, I use both, same the old-fashioned way and the apps to help with the calendar. All right, so let's move on to the next point.
Um, yes, Bia, working for any way increases efficiency. Digital tools allow give you the ability to work from any wherever you are, and you are no longer tied to one place or one routine. No commuting time, flexible environment, more control of your schedule. And what is interesting is many remote workers actually report higher productivity and a better work life balance. So it's not just about working differently, it's about living differently too. So whether you are wherever you are, you can work, can be at home, can be any place. You just have a laptop and you can work anywhere in the world, any place. It's convenient. We'll go to a friend's house or whatever, that is very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. So yeah, so Patsy just talk about, well, before we go into Patsy, we do have a comment here from Isabel. So it says clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from organizing what matters so you can focus with intention. So there you go. Okay, so going back to Patsy, Patsy just talked about working from anywhere increases efficiency. So thanks to, the digital tools and the digital world that we have, the internet, it helps us to work from anywhere, like Patsy mentioned, so you don't have to worry about commuting. It gives you that flexible environment so you can do it anywhere on your goal, and it can also give you that more control over your schedule. So it allows you to adapt to your schedule and not the other way around. So it gives you that work-life balance that many of us are looking for, so you're not stressed and overwhelmed like we were talking on the previous point. Okay, so now let's move on to point number 3. So systems help you scale without burnout. Okay. So, when I first started building online, I thought growth meant more hours, more posting, more learning, more doing. But coming from 25 years in the film industry, I was used to high intensity environments, long days, fast turnarounds, constant movement, and I knew to work hard. But what I didn't fully understand at first was this: hard work without structure leads to exhaustion, and hard work with system leads to momentum. So as my business began to grow, I quickly realized that if I didn't create a structure, I would recreate the same burnout pattern I left behind. So that's when systems became essential. So not complicated systems, but simple, predictable, and consistent.
Okay, guys, we're having some internet issues.
Nope.
It's normal when we're going live. So, Sandy will be right back.
Technical
Hey.
problems.
Yes, it always happens, when you are on the internet and you depend on it, it happens. But so, yeah, we're talking about this topic today that is very powerful, and we're sharing, some tips on how you can improve or how you can change some of the things that you do. Because I think everybody, wants to reclaim their time and have time for what really matters in your life, especially if you're a mother, if you have a lot going on in your life and life just gets busy a lot of times, you're not done with one thing and there's something else waiting for you already. So that's why we're talking about these apps or these ideas of how you can organize and get your life better situated and plan ahead. So here's Sandy. She's back. So back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Isabel. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I was like talking and boom, everything went. Technology.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so we're talking about that.
Disappear.
Yes. So we were talking about when systems became essential, so no complicated systems, just clear ones. Okay. So what are we talking about? Clear ones, for example, like repeatable processes, simplify workflows, define steps on for, like onboarding people and follow up, clear content structures, schedule focus time. So instead of waking up every day asking, what should I do today? I had a framework, okay? And that reduced something powerful, the decision fatigue. And according to some research in behavioral psychology, shows that the more decisions you make in a day, the lower your cognitive energy becomes. So when everything happens on willpower, you burn out fast. But when you build with systems, you don't reinvent the wheel. And you also don't overthink every step and you don't carry the entire load mentally. So in our community, this is one of the biggest advantages. We're not guessing every day. We follow structured training. We use proven workflows and we plug into mentorship and we leverage the automation. So systems don't remove the effort, they remove the chaos. And chaos is what drains people. So I've seen talented, motivated people quit, not because they weren't capable, but because they were operating without structure. So growth without systems feels overwhelming, and growth with systems feels sustainable. And sustainability is what creates the long term results. So here is the takeaway for you for this point. If you want to
Yeah.
grow without burning out, don't just increase effort, increase the structure. So what do we mean by that? So build systems that protect your energy, reduce unnecessary decisions, and also systems that create consistency and allow you to repeat what works. So you don't scale by doing more forever, you scale by doing what works more efficiently. And when your growth is supported by system instead of a stress, you build something that lasts for longer. So that's what I wanted to share for this point. So, oh yeah, we lost the the presentation. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. So now we are on the next point.
All right, the next presentation will be time freedom lead to life freedom. So as a nurse, I have experienced what it feels like to have my time fully scheduled. Every hour is accounted for, constantly pouring into others. And while that work is meaningful, I realize something important. And if I don't have time for myself, my family, and my well-being, something is out of alignment. That's where time freedom changed everything for me. It gave me ability to be present with my family, to prioritize my health and rest without guilt, and to finally create space for growth, creativity, and purpose beyond the clock. So, time freedom isn't just about working less, it's about living intentionally while building something meaningful and sustainable. Thank you for joining me today on Global Digital Success Talk. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Fatima. So yeah, Fatima just talked about time freedom leads to life freedom. So like Fatima say, you know, because of this, like using this digital tools, it allows to reclaim your time, so it allows to be able to spend more time with her family, taking care of your health, because many times, when we're working, we forget about our health, we push our body. So but when you reclaim that time, it allows you to take that rest and to be able to take care of your health. And also, for the things that allows you to be creative and do the purpose that you want to do. So the things that you want to create, or the things that you want to go for it. So it
Like,
gives you that flexibility. So yeah.
like
So
as a professional, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna just add something there.
Hmm.
Yeah, like especially in demanding field like nurses and other stuff, it's really taught to work harder. They work to, you learn to work harder, but
Yeah.
really transformation happen when you start working smarter and more aligned. Yeah, I was gonna add that. Thank you.
Yes. No, I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, because usually,
Yes.
working 12 hours per day, it's not easy. And, like many of the things that, like with the digital tools, and having your online business, it allows you to recover that time that you were before, doing it, on your job. So it allows you to be more productive and living more intentionally. All right, so let's move on to the key takeaway for this topic.
Okay, so working smarter isn't about doing less, it's about doing what matters most in a more effective way.
Yes, so that's our key takeaway for this topic. And we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope so that you learned something today of how you can reclaim your time with the digital tool. So that's why, a lot of people, they're professionals are transitioning to the digital world because they want to have more time to spend with their families, more time to do the things that they love, and more time to take care of their health, like um, Fatima was saying, like I also used to work long hours as Fatima, so I understand, um, where for those professionals that work long hours, you push your body too hard, and like Fatima said, you were taught to work harder, but we were not working smarter. So with the digital world, now we are taking advantage of working smarter and not harder. So yeah, so that's what I like. So hopefully you got an enlightenment, of how you can work smarter and not harder by using the digital tools. And if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, be able to have more time for you and your family, taking care of your health, and do the things that that has a purpose for you. Here are three ways that you can learn more about it. So you can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website, and you are able to learn more about this online business opportunity. That will allow you to have that. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will have two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So we do have a free live webinar twice a week. It's every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, so 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will oh, well, yeah, I already mentioned that. The second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot make it to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. And probably you are wondering, okay, so what is it you're going to find out on the free webinar? On the free webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, um, if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, all you have to do is just put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. All right, so we want to say thank you to Miriam Garcia for her heart emoji and for watching the live with us today. So thank you, Miriam. Thank you for watching. And also, let's find out what is our topic for next Monday.
Oh, next Monday we have the new age of flexible work. Why family are choosing online income.
Yeah, so last,
So, yeah, okay.
sorry. Yes, that's what we're going to be talking next Monday. So until
Mhm.
then, look for ways to simplify, automate, and create more space in your day. So there you go. So that will be a good topic for next Monday. So don't miss it.
Look,
So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again for the next episode of the
Global,
Global
digital,
digital
success
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 talks.
talks. Thank you,
live.
everyone.
We're
God
looking
bless you
forward to
all
seeing you there. Bye.
for watching.
Bye.
bye